Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. On the visitor sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And we are underway in Foxborough. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore. And they're going to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And the talented young man took over as a full-time starter in Week 6 of last season. Showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge 2nd year in the NFL.
Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's May. Pressure comes and down he goes. Give that sack to the Kobe Dean. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this loss. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. Take over first and 10. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. Down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. But look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
To the air, May. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. May going to give it to Henderson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's second and 7 from the 9. To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate that feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Henderson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work. They hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Borregales for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They juked him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders now set to get the football back. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down with the 31. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Ginty. And he gets us all the way down to the Patriots' 33. 42 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, it's Ginty. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Ginty. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Looking to put a drive together. On play action, May. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw. May. Is this complete to Bootay? And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll throw with May. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get...
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That's way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 74 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Trevion Henderson. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's got it.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it as we resume action. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. The Patriots offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's May. And that'll be incomplete. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Waste of time.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Henderson. And tough sled. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing here is May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Raiders.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. Now Mike Vrabel not too happy with that last call, and out comes a challenge flag.
previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. From the shotgun, it's May. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half.
Bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 11. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Harold Landry showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
17 more yards. A fumble on the play.
On first down, it's Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they split the uprights last time for lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Dobbs.
Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they move the ball with relative ease.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. May now off the bootleg. Got a man, Boutte. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Henderson. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point now for Borregales. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There's the stiff arm. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 73 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Open man down the field. It's Bowers.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
1st down. 24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's to Bowers once again.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Raiders first down.
They'll look to throw again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time there's a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play, but sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Henderson running straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. To the air, May. Got Dobbs over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, May with it. And it is caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, throw. Ready, what's that?
On the give is Henderson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Henderson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's May. He's got the hook up with Downs. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's good. We're on Patriots. First down. First and goal.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll throw with May.
And it'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first try. And then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Mendoza, a final shot before break. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's the rookie, Omarion Hampton. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Chargers begin Jim Harbaugh year 2 with a week 1 victory. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this is Devontae Smith. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get it. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Malik Willis. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together.
What's that? Ready, what's that?
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here goes tonight.
Looking to throw. May.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's...
Now the ball comes loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Now, defense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action. Mendoza. That's caught by Tucker. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st down, Las Vegas.
I've met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running to.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
But certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
New England's offense set to go. No points last time out. They were forced. Remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Looking to put a drive together.
Throwing here is May.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it would officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's May.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. 4 on the Patriots. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot
report when we return to Foxborough. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
37-yard line.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
4 yards. That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go again with Henderson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Henderson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job?
Joey Bosa in there to get it once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
My goodness, 225 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
He'll go back to Henderson on first down. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Raiders have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our...
Now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here.
Now he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Trevion Henderson
With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Dallas now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now here come the Raiders.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because it's stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll work down to inside the 45.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. May going to give it to Henderson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
243 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Right back to Henderson on 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
This 2nd and 4.
Here we go, Sarah. Hey, what's that?
Up the middle, it's Henderson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those. They'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Slot man moves right. And here's Mendoza throwing to start the drive.
Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling down. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So out come the Raiders.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Looking to put a drive together. Mendoza now throwing after the interception. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here on the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they have to... Good, comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. On 1st down, it's Henderson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
And pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6.
That's complete to Dobbs. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Trevion Henderson,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Pats are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.